Hello gamers and welcome to episode 8 of Storyteller Plays Monster Hunter Rise. This is not actually the end of the Monster Hunter Rise story, as I've decided I'm not going to film that. This is, however, something I've decided that I want to do because Sunbreak is coming out. If I'm not lazy, this video should be going live on the 29th, and if it gets a midnight release, that night I'll have Sunbreak. But technically the 29th is the day before the release, and so I just wanted to get something out. But I'm rambling at this point. I suppose, after I do this, if there's not a cutscene, we'll just watch the final cutscene of the Monster Hunter Rise story. Okay, let's go. Yes. My desk is such a massive mess of wires that I've got a USB plug just draped over my microphone, which I'm going to have to move if I don't want it to create a loud noise that will interfere with the recording. But there are so many wires over here that I genuinely don't know what that's a cord to. Probably just my Xbox controller. Let me take these. Might as well take this. And then this. Okay. Are you two ready? Let's go. Missed. Okay. Either I dodged in time to avoid that roar, or I've got some level of earplugs I just don't know about. I just thought of something. There is no way that my microphone is not picking up my controller like this. I probably should have thought that through, but thinking things through is not my strong suit. Come on, Alama. Whatever you're doing, do it quickly. It's much too hot to drape a blanket over my lap and therefore controller. Whoop! But as I'm recording Sunbreak, I might just have to do that. Do you mind letting me go? Rude. Did you see that? That could have hurt. That also could have hurt. So I was screwing around with the Sunbreak demo. Whoa. That could have also hurt. I was screwing around with the Sunbreak demo, and it is amazing how much of my survivability relies on my ability to scoot an entire city block, or half a city block, with a single touch of the evade button. I don't know what build the Sunbreak demo bow build's got going, but it does not have a single point of evade extender, I can tell you that. Whoop. Also, as careless as I am with stamina recovery, I do also have, like, maxed out constitution, which also aids a lot in my survivability. On that note, if Kuolema could, do Go Fight Win, that would be pretty sweet. Whoop! Yeah, so I need to watch my stamina. On that note, the new bow ability, I believe it's called Butcher's Bind, is pretty dang cool. Bazelgeuse, my son! One moment, I pick this up. Come on, Bazelgeuse. Don't roar at me. I do not know why I continue to call Bazelgeuse my son. Bazelgeuse is more of my nephew. That a Bazelgeuse can remain my son, but I still refer to myself as aunt. Doesn't have to make sense. Whoa! It's like they're working together. We just hide behind this pillar and heal. Rajang? I don't have time for your shit. Oh, Bazelgeuse is paralyzed. Interesting aim of the Rajang's got there. I'm very good at what they do. I gotta get out of here and heal. Run for it. No time, Rajang. I'm not entirely sure how I didn't cart just now. Rajang. If you don't mind, I'm busy focusing on Bazelgeuse. Now, if they could focus on each other a tiny bit, that would be swell.
Thanks for the support.
Yes, Bazelgeuse is rideable. Let's go. I've got this interesting quirk where when I'm playing with others, 10 times out of 10 I will go after Bazelgeuse and try to wyvern ride. It is unfortunate, though, that my Monster Hunter Stories 2 Let's Play didn't pan out very well. And the first several episodes had audio issues that were just not worth the effort to fix. Speaking of audio issues, I'm only mostly certain that I'm even recording the game's audio, which isn't great. Okay, Bazelgeuse, while you do what you're doing, I'm gonna heal real quick. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. Now let's see if we can't take out Rajang. Because Rajang is actually a bigger threat here. The true biggest threat is my inability to aim. Okay, so yeah, they are able to hit each other, they just don't care to. Rajang is pretty aggro right now. As much as I love Bazelgeuse, it is unfortunate how easy it is to just kind of ignore him. Oof. I was pretty sure I had rolled to that, but whatever. Bazelgeuse, if you could hit Rajang, that would be swell. Of course, I will then ride Rajang and then attack you, but that's not exactly the point. I need to work on not saying when recording. I've noticed that the longer I record in a session, like several recordings in one go, the more comfortable I am speaking and I don't say nearly as much. But that's not even a habit I used to have. The whole thing is somewhat recent, and I don't know where I picked it up. I guess too much casual conversation. Can you two target each other at least a tiny bit? At this rate, Magnamalo is going to show up. Bazelgeuse, Rajang is kicking your butt. If we teamed up, we could take him on. I mean, I'm going to have to kill him regardless of your help, but having your help would be swell. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try not to be broken. Ow. I do feel bad for Bazelgeuse. Ow. I only have so many potions. If I could remember where it is, one of these menus, shortcut 2, there it is. I don't actually care about monster parts. Uh-oh. Good! He either wasn't aiming at me, or his aim was terrible. We go ahead and pick these up. And careful is my middle name. Come on. Bazelgeuse has definitely hit Rajang more than a few times. Rajang just doesn't want to be mounted. Oh, and I fainted. Effing chat. I've got more than enough of these. And there's a chance that I'll be able to consume one for free. Nope. Okay, you two, let's go. Missed again. I just evade way too far.
Thanks for the support.
Our prey is weak and ripe for the capture. Okay, my computer monitor fell asleep, but I disabled it.
Wonderful work, my friend.
That's deeply concerning.
Thanks for the support. Some humans could learn from you.
Okay, that was a llama's endemic life. I'm like, how'd they end up poisoned? Ouch. There's way too much going on here. Wild that at no point has Rajang become mountable. And now it's dead. Okay, Bazelgeuse, now that I've got your full attention, let me just go around and pick up some parts real quick. Not that I actually care. Although, points are a tiny bit more important to me than Zenny and whatnot. Come on, Bazelgeuse. You know, now that I've got a good computer, I wonder if I shouldn't replay Monster Hunter Stories 2. But you know, cheat a tiny bit, so that I can start out with a Bazelgeuse. It is my favorite monster after all. It's not like I don't do shit like that all the time in my Pokemon Let's Plays. I'm giving myself a Shiny Giratina, episode 4. Aw. He was stunned, just short of being hit by the strongest part of that combo. Come on, Goose. I shouldn't call this random Bazelgeuse Goose, considering that's what I named my Bazelgeuse in Monster Hunter Stories 2. At least once I finally got one, in episodes that nobody will ever see. Magnamalo has appeared. Hey there, Magnamalo. If you two want to play rough a little bit so that I can mount Magnamalo and attack Bazelgeuse, that would make this go a little bit faster. Although Magnamalo looks totally uninterested in anything that's going on. I think I got its attention. Yep, it's attacking me. Because why would it want to attack the other giant monster running around? Okay, Bazelgeuse, if you want to accidentally attack Magnamalo, that would help me immensely. I do like how 2/3 of this episode so far have just been me bargaining with Bazelgeuse. Oh, Dragonblight went away on its own. Let me heal real quick before I try to find out what's going on. I think Elema's taking on Bazelgeuse all by herself. Let's get out of the Dragonblight. Magnamalo, hold still. I don't know how I survived that, but that was funny. If nothing else. Nice free meal. I can words good. It's interesting how Bazelgeuse just gets bodied around by these other monsters, but he won't attack them, so I can Wyvern Ride. Oh, are you Wyvern Ride? No. Are you Wyvern Ride? Come on, game. Let me mount. Hell yeah. I'm sorry, Bazelgeuse. You are still my favorite monster, if not tied for favorite with Nursilla. I do wonder what Alema's doing when she says stay cool and wait for the right opportunity. Presumably something helpful, but I don't see her act. Okay, Bazelgeuse, let's go. Also, for those of you keeping track at home, count the amount of times I've said Bazelgeuse, and will continue to say Bazelgeuse until he faints. I say faints, he dies. Only I get several opportunities to come back. And by several, I mean like 3. Or it can only faint twice. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Dragon Blight, as I very nearly roll into more Dragon Blight. Okay, so now that they're no longer mountable, or at least probably not within the confines of this episode, it doesn't matter who attacks whom, as long as everyone's dying. Other than me. Ideally, I would not faint again. But I am bad at this game. Quite a bit better at this game when I've got Evade Extender 3, though. The demo is fun. I might stream it. Live stream. Of course, if I haven't already done that by the time this video comes out, there's probably not a whole lot of point in doing so, because Sunbreak will then basically be here. Can we not Dragon Blight me, please? I love you, Bazelgeuse. Oof. I don't hold that against you. I am, after all, trying to kill you. What? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth and all that, but how did I take no damage just now? Ouch. My luck can only last so long. Come on, Bazelgeuse. Don't lay down on the job now. And he's dead. Well, my NPC or my character is awfully cocky. Considering how many times I've already, how many potions I've already used in this episode. If I was using power coatings, this would be going a good bit faster. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. You know what, I'm going to equip those now. Ow. Let me go ahead and heal. Now that it's just us, I need to focus on being a little bit more careful than I am. Also, if I focus on some of the weak parts, I'll be doing more damage with my coatings. 32 times 3 is a lot better than the 4 times 3 I was getting. Shooting at the back. Okay, Magnamalo. I am going to need you to, die. It's a tiny bit mean. But only one of us can live. And ideally, that one of us would be me. Although surely these monsters aren't so dangerous. Does anybody ever even die in a Monster Hunter game? Obviously the player has to keep coming back, otherwise there wouldn't be a game. But has one of these monsters ever actually killed anyone, is what I would like to know. Worst part is, there's a good chance it happened in a game I've played, and I just don't remember it. If it did happen at all. I've played every one since 4. I think I went back and emulated 3. Don't tell anyone. But like, at that point, you do it out of curiosity. Let me go ahead and just heal real quick. And throw this down. We're at the final assault. Get rid of Dragon Blight so I don't explode, and continued my attack. Whoop. And so anyway, in the comments below, tell me if you're excited for Sunbreak. I need to disable my screen falling asleep again. It's not been an issue in so long because I've only recently reset up my console recording. But this computer has some issues still. I thought I had fixed it, but it froze again recently. If there's an issue with the graphics card, that's not something I can afford to fix, though.
Wonderful work, my friend.
And so far, crashes only happened when I was away from computer, so I think as long as I'm doing something with the computer, it doesn't freeze. I know, because the last couple of the videos I've uploaded, I had World Box playing in the background. And just so that my computer is constantly up to stuff. Cool. Magnamalo is weak. Also behind me. Do both Kualema and Alama have a power drum? Could be two different abilities. They both use a drum, but I was pretty sure that they had no overlap. Of course, if they do have overlap, that just goes to show how much attention I'm paying.
Humans could learn from you. I'll show you no mercy.
That did no damage. Main objective complete. I never have any stamina. Excellent. Unfortunately, all the corpses are gone, so there's nothing to carve. Except the Magnamalo, but I don't actually care.
Pardon my insolence.
Let me see. Maybe they don't even drop actual parts because I fought them in the arena. No, they drop actual parts. Although that was a good one carve. Magnamalo plates are pretty rare. On that note, there's nothing to do for the next 30 minutes, so I'm gonna skip to when we're in town. See if there's a cutscene. If there is not a cutscene, probably just dialogue, then I'll play the ending cutscene. No cutscene, as I kind of figured. I was kind of expecting dialogue, at least.
Yup.
How you doing, Squirt? Or should I say, Savior of Kimura? Wahaha! Yeah, okay, so no new dialogue, which is odd. Does really nobody want to talk to me? Okay. Well, let me make some changes real quick, and then I'll play that final cutscene. So I was going to modify it to where I had Pachinko and Nat 20 with me, but they're both off at, they're being Meowcenaries at the moment. So instead I've just got Kualema and Elama.
Welcome back. We're all so happy to see you.
Hey, Super Hunter! Made another legend for yourself, eh?
I taught you everything you know.
I've learned
Still,
nothing
proud
from you.
face.
Evil has been vanquished. The rampage is finally coming to an end.
Thanks to you, all of Kimura Village has been freed from the calamity. So thank you.
Yes.
The guild is extremely pleased with your performance. We hope that you'll keep working hard so that you don't rest on your...
I'm going to rest on my laurels.
Oh, she has been worried sick about you. She's hardly eaten a thing since you left. But now that you're back safe, right?
Oh, stop it!
Who's ready for Feast Part
What's
2?
so funny, huh? Cut it out!
That settles it. Minoto needs to eat, so then let's eat!
I don't know if canonically there's a good amount of time between these cutscenes,
You deserve
but the
a
cutscene before this one is a feast.
As the fires of the forge shine bright. and the sky is filled with sunlight.
But hey, any excuse to celebrate, am I right?
The village is rid of its former strife, returning to a peaceful life.
Kimura Village, Haven of Heroes.
If you're ever in the neighborhood for a hunt,
Feel free to drop by anytime you want.
For that to rhyme, you'd have to
this
pronounce
village
want
is
as want.
warm like the light of day, and no one will ever be turned away.
I accidentally started the cutscene again, and it took me a bit to figure out how to skip it, because it's been a while since I've played. I'm also mixing up the A and B buttons, because they're mixed up on Xbox controllers versus Nintendo. But I'll get used to it as I record. Of course, I'm recording plenty of both, so I don't know, it'll probably always be confusing. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Next video will probably be Sunbreak. I don't know if it's going to be episode 9 of Storyteller Plays Monster Hunter Rise, or if it's going to be episode 1 of Storyteller Plays Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I don't know. Probably worth just starting over at 1. Anyway, farewell.